sure. It ain't no love for the cool-headed. I pay the same price as you. Only difference is my dude's ready. Same 24 hours in a day. You make it seem less than what it is. I stretch it to 28. This ain't your ordinary face. I see you all looking cause you see the dawn.
Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am the one, the only Magic B Movie.
I'm Mr. Knight Carter going with that bullshit.
And as always, our special guest host, Mr. Lafayette Define Rowe.
Two young girls and an old head.
Now listen, we did so well with the polygamy podcast that we had to bring my man HippieHeem back. Apparently, y'all are very interested in what he has to say. So guess what? Today, guess who's leading us? HippieHeem. What you got to say, brother?
The ultimate salesman.
The ultimate salesman.
Well, today, so on the internet, I've noticed that there's been a lot of back and forth between males and females. I mean, over history, of course, but more recently, it seems like there's been a high volume of beef between the two.
Mean bashing?
A lot of bashing going on, right? And it raised the question in my mind, which is, do women actually like men?
I can't say that over it. Fuck no.
Do they actually like men?
You gotta elaborate more on that.
Now, they want to maybe go on dates and they say they want to get married and things like that, right? But at the end of the day, there's a lot of signs that show that women may not actually like men at all. And they might just be following the order of things that they think that they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Get with a guy, get married, have kids, this, that, and the third. Did y'all know that at least 2/3 of divorces are by women?
Oh yeah,
I can believe it.
At least 80% and is overall, and 90% if those women are educated, meaning they went to college or other education at the high school.
So is it based on the man cheating, or she gets tired of his bullshit? He's on business trips, but actually,
it ain't gotta be that deep.
Well,
it can simply be she just don't like that motherfucker.
Right. A lot of women say that they lost the spark.
Yeah.
They don't feel the spark.
They still love him. They will tell that man, I still love you to death. I do whatever I can for you, but nigga, I don't like you.
Right.
I don't want to be near you that long. I don't feel like dealing with you in this kind of way. They love you, but it's like if a woman, I really noticed that if a woman don't like you, your household is fucked up.
Tell me about it. I know. My wife
I'm telling you from experience.
Fuck up, right?
If your lady don't like you, nigga, that shit is hard.
I don't want you, and I don't need
everything is hard.
Yeah, but
Hold up, run that back. Hold on.
My wife told me, right after almost 20-some years, I don't want you and I don't need you. And I said, thank you very much for telling me the truth.
Why are you still there?
Still there?
I'm a typical individual. I would never abandon her, right? Because I already been through a divorce. The divorce that I did was because I was in my addiction and I was effing up, you know what I mean? And she just went on with somebody else, right? So I couldn't blame her for my misdeeds, you know what I mean?
So she divorced you?
No, I sent her the papers.
Okay.
And it was 16 years. She would not sign the papers talking about because of her religion. She don't believe in divorce. And it took 16 years. And then she was with a girlfriend one day, and I was coming out fresh grocery. That's when they first bought the big $5 hoagies and a 2-liter soda. And I hit her with the joint. And see, this is all I got to eat for the weekend. Right. And her girlfriend said, Gloria, let that man go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because she was like holding on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, well, as long as I hold on to him, if anything happens to him, I can get his insurance.
Right.
But the way her, like, just like you said, I don't like you. I want your motherfucking income.
It's something about you. I
want the benefits. You know what I mean?
You had this addiction before you met your wife?
Yeah, my first wife.
You had the addiction before you met her?
Yeah, my first wife. I've been married twice.
Yeah. So how long did you have that addiction before you met your first wife?
I was in addiction for 33 years.
Before you met your first wife?
Before I met my wife?
So like how many years before?
The first one or the second one?
The first one was, I got clean with my second wife, but I must have was in my addiction for over freaking 15 years. Half of my addiction.
So you was halfway in.
I was all the way in.
Yeah, man, you was in there. Like, you was in there.
Let me ask you one more question. Did she know? Was she mentioned?
Yes.
Because you was 15
Like, full
years.
on?
It's a 15 years.
This was
Man,
the
can't
deal.
hide that.
This was,
I don't know
this was
nobody
the
can
deal.
hide that.
When my mom passed, right, I just got that fucking attitude. You know what I mean? You getting a check from welfare to take care of the kids, so I'm working full time, so I do what the fuck I want.
Right.
I didn't give a shit about nobody, right? So she kept on saying, Michael, you got to get your life together.
Human
She was
nature.
trying, but I wasn't hand. You know what I mean?
You want to get out.
This woman that you met.
This is my first wife.
I'm saying, but at that time, she was a woman that you met. She was trying to get your life together before you had got married.
Yeah, well, I was still dipping and dabbing, you know what I mean? But I got married because she got pregnant. You
So
know
she
what
had
I
a
mean?
baby with her head. No offense, I'm asking you.
Yeah, I was strung out, and
You going somewhere.
We created a baby, and I done let my son grow up to be a bastard like I was.
Right.
Let me just say this. I'm glad that you recovered.
I got a feeling about what I'm about to say, though.
I'm glad you got your life together. But do you understand the type of men that women choose?
Yeah.
These are
We already know that.
that they have.
They
You know
picked some of the
I knew he was about to
fucked
say
people.
He just hit somebody
Probably
with a...
looked at a bunch of other
He
boys.
hit somebody with a curveball just now, bro.
He goes to work every day.
He suck.
Right?
He's a square.
Right?
He
He's
doesn't
short.
He's
There's
not
this
tall.
tall, light-skinned nigga. And he probably was like, I mean, he had it, but baby, he got it going.
But he got...
You know what I'm saying?
The chick be like, damn, he tall. Damn, he
Right?
tall. He got nice hair.
You had the DeBarge hair at the time.
That's when I had hair up top.
You know what I'm saying? And but see, the element that your second wife brought was the element of healing.
Well, we were both getting clean.
Right.
Right.
Still brought the element of healing because you were able to get yourself together within that relationship.
Yeah.
Fully.
So she brought a different element.
That was 21
when
years
she
ago,
came.
yeah.
That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. But what I'm saying is that you gotta understand that everybody got a choice in the things they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I go online and in person and I hear women say stuff like, oh, these niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no good men out here. They're choosing a certain type of man because the other men are considered corny.
Yeah.
Or they don't, or hold on, or they don't fit the standard of what they look for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, your first wife, she seen everything she already liked about you. That's what she banked your marriage on, kind of. She's already seen it. You tall? She was like, oh, he's tall, he's good looking, he has this kind of hair. Da, da, da. That's the shit she liked.
We keep going back to
It took the... No, I'm just saying.
It's over now.
You know what I'm saying? But when she got to the point where she found out them little core things that she didn't like,
Because
Then it came.
but it's called setting yourself up.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. But then his second wife came, she saw it firsthand. I don't like this.
Now this is what
So I'm gonna bring it out so all the shit I do like
right.
is
I understand.
it's, you know
But
what I'm
it
saying?
take away the accountability, right? Because now you can say, well, he did this and he did that.
Right.
Not to say that you were doing right, but what I'm saying is that I don't mess with a girl who's promiscuous and to be mad that she cheated. She already had the box for everybody. So why am I angry at her already lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? I already put myself in that position.
That's who she is.
Most of a lot of girls, man, I dealt with all kinds of girls. A lot of girls that I've dealt with, after a month, maybe even a couple weeks, I've sat them down and I say, you know what? You're not the kind of girl for me.
You're nasty.
Right.
You can't be in a structured relationship. You know what I'm saying? You like the idea of having me. You think I'm handsome. You think I'm funny. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple little pennies in my pocket.
But
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
like the concept of actually having to
Because they're structured when it comes to me. I'm not going to be playing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? There's not an anything goes kind of relationship. And the further we get into the more modern woman, the more we see that women are really just kind of gearing things towards self. You know, a more selfish relationship towards them. You know what I'm saying? It all kind of goes, and if it don't go right, then they just complain about it when they set themselves up for it.
I understand that because, see, here, they may want you, they like you, but that promiscuous behavior, I've been doing this all my life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Having sex with multiple men.
Right.
So who can satisfy you?
Yeah, nobody.
You know what I mean? But she
Nobody.
just like having multiple people. And you ain't changing that.
But like the idea of having a man. You know what I'm saying?
Then when it comes to
the
structure,
idea.
right?
like
When it comes
here.
to structure, and she got to
would
get
love
that
that.
responsibility. Oh, I don't want that.
She would
because
love up here.
I'm
Like,
free.
up here, she would love to be with one man. They
Yeah,
do all that
but
cool
the body
me and
thing,
you
right,
shit.
right,
You
yeah.
looking at?
But honestly, she don't want it. Like, yeah, she don't want to do that.
Yeah. Sorry. So, and this is the point that I'm getting. You know, I'm getting at. One of the things I'm getting at is excuse me. A lot of women, once they do get into a marriage, right, they don't want to do what's called or perform their gender roles, right? Now I'm about to read the definition of gender roles. I make sure I got everything up on here, right? Gender roles can be defined as the behaviors, values, and attitudes that society considers appropriate for both male and female. Traditionally, men and women had completely opposing roles. Men were seen as the provider for the family, and women were seen as the caretaker of both the home and the family, right? So that essentially means the man goes out and works, brings home the money, and protects the household. The woman makes it a home. You know what I'm saying? She brings the comfort. She brings all of the other things that we don't bring, right?
I go hunt, you cook it.
But you said something. You said society says this the way it's supposed to go.
Hell,
Nature says
well,
not really. That's society.
My understanding of it
That's
is
society.
that's the role that I was brought up
If you look
in.
at nature,
The man goes out work and the
females,
woman takes care of the home.
they handle the hard shit.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
But when society gets
But in
into
society,
it, then they're going to say,
human
this is the
nature,
way it's
man's
supposed to be.
supposed to do.
That's not the way it's supposed to be. Not for me, because what works in society doesn't work for me. Remember how you said that thing one day, like, you were saying something about how hangs don't work for you?
Right.
Well, everything that society says doesn't work for a certain individual.
34, that's Mike Ross, man.
I know. You say, and I understand that because this is the deal. Here, just because society says that's the way it's supposed to be, that may not work for me.
That's
Because see,
society,
I believe in like this, right? If you go into a union, right? Y'all committed to do this thing to death do y'all part, right? So my responsibility is to make sure that I'm the head of the household and I take care of the bills, right? And when she's home, if I'm at work, she handles the house. Right? There's nothing wrong with that.
It
You
can be
can't be
both ways.
ripping and running, you know what I mean, doing what you used to do. Then when I come home, ain't no food on the table, you ain't been cooking, and then you like, oh well shit. See, remember when I said that's why I ask questions? Because I'm going to get all that stuff that you've been doing out the way. You know what I mean? I expect after I come home doing a hard 8 hours work, right, I'm ready to go upstairs, wash up, take a bath, or to come downstairs, eat, and go back upstairs and go to bed. If it ain't nothing, if you ain't been doing nothing all day, then I got to fend for myself. That's the first sign of a relationship going south.
I don't know. I don't know if women don't exactly if women. Let me put it together in my head. I don't know exactly. I don't know if is the women not really wanting a man. I'm not sure, but I just think that women don't exactly know, just flat out know. Because if you talk to your own woman right now, okay, and she'll tell you everything she wants to do for us. Like, oh yeah, I want us to go here. I want us to do this. I want us to do that. I want us to do this. I want us to do that. Then when y'all have a problem in a relationship, I want this, I want that. This is the way I want my relationship. Hold on, what happened?
What happened to the
What happened to the us?
Yeah.
But when you're upset, now it's about what
you push me to the
right
side.
now. This is what you want in your relationship. But wait a minute. The last 20 times you've been talking about us. So I had to conform to the whole us idea.
Right.
So, and when you get upset, now I got to conform. Now you want me to conform to now you want me to say, okay, I'll follow the whole this whole us setup that you got right here.
Right.
Plus follow the format that you want for your relationship.
But do you see the setup though?
Yes, I understand.
But do you see the setup though? That's the whole point. You see, with gender roles, right? What comes natural, you naturally are going to work. If you set your ass at home, guess what? You will literally go crazy. Probably beating your wife or doing something weird, right? Wearing her shoes or something, right?
You bored. Like,
weird.
You are bored.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Being a
I work
man.
in the prison system.
Yeah.
And
Bored out of your mind.
I've seen this.
Right.
The boy wears his woman thongs and the wife wears his drawers.
Because you.
That's what they set up.
Because you done lost your mind. But you done lost your mind.
That is different.
And she hitting them too. Listen, that's what I'm saying.
Put him on.
Dildo in that nigga.
Exactly. Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
So, and I just put this out there. I don't care. One of my cousins had posted that stuff about the gender roles or whatever, talking about she don't want to have gender roles. She want to, I guess, to share, cook, clean, back and forth, right? Which takes away from the man thinking about money as much, right? Because he's thinking about house chores, rearing the children, doing the things that a woman naturally would do, right? And a woman who's generally not geared to be a hustler, right? Can be, right? But generally, the masculine traits aren't generally in women. That's why a lot of women start businesses, but they start a lot of the same shit over and over again. There's a lot of eyelash technicians, there's a lot of makeup artists and stuff like that, but you don't see a lot of women starting trucking companies. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of women.
You might see a couple.
Well, I saw a woman on motherfucking
You'll see a woman, You'll see a woman drop a rig and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever seen predominantly
Usually they have
doing
thick
that?
ass fucking bear gorilla back bitch though. Stop acting like this is the general female. We talking about the general population of female. I'm not talking about the husky woman that look like she can pick up a door.
Right.
I'm talking about the natural everyday female you see on the street, bro.
Little Shirley, Little Shirley, her nails.
Don't go too far off the path, right? Yeah, there's some women that can bite bricks with their teeth, but I'm talking about your normal everyday getting their nails done female.
Bitch be biting nothing.
And you know what? I understand that because that's why I can't understand open relationships.
Yeah.
I can't see how you can accept her having sex with somebody else but saying I love you.
I want to get off subject real quick though. My fault. We gonna come right back.
We gonna get to that.
We gonna get to that.
That's next podcast.
But what I'm saying is about the gender roles thing is that they want to share it, right? They want to make everything equal. That means they hustle side by side with me. Right. Even though in general, men, we don't really have to hustle with our women. We don't mind trading ideas, helping them out, or even giving us some input on our things. But in general, we don't really want to hustle side by side with our women. We need our own privacy. We need our own activities. We need our own things to do.
Me time.
Me time, right? And business and hustling is a lot of me time that we be needing. It's to be able to be in my head and not have to think about you at the same time, regardless of what it is, it's a blessing in itself. You know what I'm saying? So with the depletion of gender roles, women started screaming, but I still want a man to be chivalrous. Mm-hmm. So you want chivalry, but you moving like a man move.
You want to wear boots.
Oh, no, you can't.
You want to wear boots. You want to wear the same boots I wear, the same pants I wear, but you want me to hold the door for.
No.
I'm supposed to hold the door for a nigga.
No, you can't wear my shoes.
No, you better catch this door, young man.
No.
It do.
But this, in a literal sense, because if we hustling together, you most likely are going to be putting in the same strenuous hours on your mind and body as I am. That's a masculine thing.
Both y'all putting 8 hours in.
Women are going bald like we are now. Women are starting to look as old as we are now. The men age fast.
Shit, ball is in.
Cool, you go ahead and hit all the bald Barbie.
He like it with mustache.
I like it with mustache.
But what I'm saying is that on women, it's starting to take a physical effect on them. Men are physical creatures, what we talked about in the last one. We're physical creatures. So the things that we see is what we are attracted to. Yeah, you can have a degree on that, but in general, the general population of men do not care about degrees. The general population of men do not care about how much money you got. You know what I'm saying? We just don't, right? More millionaire men deal with women who didn't have money than millionaire men who deal with millionaire women. Because
the clash of egos.
We don't care. You can go ahead, I got just as much as you. No, you don't. No, you don't, because no matter how much money you got, I can go get 30 dimes. Like I said before. You know what I'm saying? You're irrelevant, and you just want to keep getting younger and keep getting better. And the older we get, we just keep getting better. It's a sad truth, but you know what I'm saying? The older we get, the better we get, because we can become more established.
Right.
And for women, it's not as much for looks as it is for men, because you gotta wake up next to it. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that how can a man be chivalrous if you're now seen as the same as me. We have no difference between us.
Right.
I was being strippers because you were a woman. You were feminine. You were in your feminine nature. I don't even want your hands to get dirty to even touch a gas pump.
Right.
But now that we equal in roles and we share in roles, I'm not pumping the gas when it's cold outside. It's 15 degrees outside. You think I'm gonna hop out the car?
You get out,
gas
sir.
for a chick that's a nigga? You a nigga.
Get out,
I'm not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Pump your own gas, young man.
Oh, you hear a noise downstairs?
Go look.
That 9 is in the safe. Go get the 9. Go down there and kill him.
Go ahead, gangster.
I understand where you're going with
I'm not going to go kill the burglar.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping. I gotta be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Why would I go kill the burglar?
Shoot him and tell me it's all right.
Baby, I hear something downstairs. You go get it.
Shoot that nigga and tell me it's okay.
Women say that it's because of men that the rules are the way they are. That men set it up for it to be sweet for them and hard for women. Meaning sitting at home, taking care of the kids, really making things at home, doing what's natural is a man thing. And that women doing the same things as men doing is more natural. I have a quick draw. I know y'all.
Come on with it. No, we moving.
Good.
So
They understand what's on.
So it's this teacher, right? This is in 2015. Her name was Karen Cullers, right? She had a kindergarten class, right? Now, y'all know what STEM is? STEM is STEM. STEM is hold on. Damn, I just had it up on here too.
Something with mathematics, I think?
Yeah, exactly. You a genius, good brother.
Something with
It's
equal mathematics.
Now I just want to say it exactly right. It's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Okay.
Right. So what that is like the jobs like all the
Manual
stuff we see
labor.
nowadays, right? The engineers, the people who really make big moves. You know what I mean? Contractors and stuff like that. Because they want women to get away from your, I guess, more your nursing jobs.
Ideal.
The things that are more natural to women and get more into the more manlier jobs, the more brutally body and mental brutal jobs. You know what I'm saying? So what she did was, I think with kindergartners, right? She took away all the Legos from the boys and gave it to the girls, right? Started giving the girls more boy-oriented toys and then just left the boys with the girl toys, I guess, you know what I'm saying, to use for the rest of the day. Like, you can't use these right now. It's a Lego time for the girls.
Deal with this.
But y'all can play with all these other ones, right? And they came to find out that the girls didn't even want to play with the Legos. They didn't want to use that part of their brain that puts them in that STEM field.
Build.
Now I gotta think.
You gotta build and make my toy. I gotta make my toy up.
Right. Where they just want to do the hair or pretend like they live a regular life because that's what comes.
My toy's already put together.
Right. She even went out and threw away them old Legos, bought pink and purple Legos.
They still didn't play with them.
And the girls still didn't want them. And the boys still wanted them. They're like, I don't care about that. Bill just showed up. What's up?
I got a house to build.
Yeah. They don't care about that. You know what I mean? But it was messing her head up. She's like, dang, why don't the girls, you know what I mean? If the programming comes from us teaching these kids to do that, why aren't the girls naturally going towards these things?
That is nature.
Because it's not natural. You know what I mean? They don't want it. They said even as earlier life as an infant, that they would put objects above, you know what I'm saying? And they said that they would count how many seconds the baby would concentrate on different objects, masculine and feminine ones, the ones that would gear towards more feminine traits. And they said that they found that the babies with more testosterone, right? The ones that were more masculine, right? Even in girl babies, because some girls are naturally masculine. They have more testosterone in them than they probably should. You know what I'm saying? They start looking at the more boy objects, but of course more boys did because that's a more boy thing. Yeah, some girls can go into construction, but could you imagine going to a construction site and seeing all females in there?
I'm leaving.
I'm not going to none of them houses. Sorry, ladies, you got it.
Something's not gonna be right.
You got
Well,
it.
she's
You know
gonna
what I
be
mean?
too domineering now.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Not even that. I'm talking about a company.
But
Somebody gonna die.
But that too though, because women can't.
Somebody gonna die.
Women generally can't function in those
They
large
definitely can't get
numbers
along.
And big
together
groups like
by
that.
themselves. There was a woman CEO. She started a company. She wanted to do all women, everything women. I think she said within like 5 years or 4 years, her joint tanked. You know what I'm saying? She said the women started arguing and bickering.
Right, they can't get along.
The only real time that they got any work done is when they brought in a couple of male workers just to help them with some quick projects. Not to say that women can't do work, not to say that y'all not smart, not to say that y'all can't do whatever y'all put your minds to because y'all can. It's just not natural for y'all to do so many masculine things, and it's not natural for y'all to go against men the same way that y'all do. I know we ain't got much time. I feel like I'm doing a closer right now, but it's the truth though. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to combat a man and go against a man and think that everything wrong in the world is with a man. But the truth is, like I said in the beginning, you know, why do most women divorce? Is it because of cheating? The truth is that women cheat just as much as men do. The numbers are identical, and this is by research done by women.
Yeah.
The numbers are identical. You know what I'm saying? And women always, we cheat better. Y'all don't cheat right. Y'all got all these excuses because they don't want to take accountability for
Shit,
it.
cheating is cheating, no? Is there order on how to cheat?
Well, you know how they get down. But the truth is that, you know what I'm saying? They're very, very quick to point out. And let me say this. The reason why I question if women like men is because women do not study men the same way they study everything else. They can tell you every fucking Birkin bag and all that shit. They can tell you every corny ass Megan Thee Stallion lyric and shit like that. But you know what they can't tell you? They can't tell you about you. Women pretend like, I know your birthday. I know you know the fucking basics because that's natural to a woman. They can naturally remember your birthday, the hour and all that shit that you was born. You know what I'm saying? But she can't tell you what's wrong with you. She can't tell you when you're upset. You know what I'm saying? Because if she did, she would change the mood in the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? But most women don't even know how to change the mood inside of their own house. Most women,
men can spot that shit.
We can spot it, and we try to change it.
Your lady walk in and be like, this bitch look like she about to kill everybody.
Exactly. And we don't got to do too much talking to know that.
We can see
what I'm saying? But the truth is, I don't think that women, like, they'll go to school for 20 years. Women are the school people of the fucking, right? All they do is school, right? Might not got as many careers in school, but they definitely gonna go to school, right? Well, you don't study a man for half the amount of time. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all grew up without a man in the house? You don't even have an example of a man, and
when you tell them something, they feel threatened.
Right, and then you go out to the world and you meet a man, you don't even know what it is to even keep a man happy. Oh, take me as I am. But what if you ain't shit?
Listen, to your point on that right there. Every woman I dealt with said this right here to me. No bullshit. No bullshit. She said, you are the biggest mystery that I just can't figure out. You're the biggest mystery. You never took the time to ask. You just ask no questions. Right. You're just making these guesstimates. You know what I'm saying? Why are you this way? By you saying I'm a mystery, you still ain't asking the questions to figure me out.
How do you like this? Do you like this? That's why I asked that question.
That's your point.
Because they can study anything besides a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's about selfishness.
And when I go home, I find out how the mood of the house is. The first thing I say, how was your day? I could tell right from her way attitude. If she got an attitude in the way she responds, I'm gonna leave her right where she at. I'll walk out the door and try that shit again.
I got it way more simple than that. I could walk in. This.
Eye contact. Damn.
Something wrong.
That alone lets me know what type of shit is going on. If it's a bad look, I'm like, you know what? I'm just walk downstairs, probably pat you on the shoulder. Hey, I'm gonna get the fuck out the way. If she look at me and I see a little. Just a slight flip, I know.
Like she passed you on.
Yeah, we good.
Folks, they don't express their feelings. They really don't. They'll cry over anything, and it ain't that damn serious.
So let's say this.
Oh yeah, women be crying. What's wrong with you?
Let's say
eat my chicken wing.
Let's say you give women everything they want. Let's say you
still ain't satisfied.
Shit, boy.
Still ain't satisfied.
Because if you go 50-50, which is never true. If you go 50-50, right?
I'm purple hearted, yeah. Fake friends showed up, not faded. I'm purple hearted.